Welcome to TradeSetup in the morning Jumpstart for the 5th of October. Okay, mixed night overnight. We've had a stronger US dollar coupled with some good results, data releases out in the US, and we've got also the presidential elections, all putting a bit of pressure on the US stocks. We had a very weak pound, which brought a lot of buyers back into the FTSE 100 and pushed UK stocks higher. We've had big sell-off in gold, and oil was bounced back slightly thanks to a bit of a surprise drawdown in inventories. Anyway, let's take a look at the markets. We had the SPY 200 futures closed down 31 points. The S&P futures closed down 9.25 points. The FTSE closed up 133.5 points. The DAX also was up strong, 111.5 points. Gold finished down $40.70. It was belted overnight. Technical selling more than anything else. Oil finished up 40 cents to 49.21. CRB index was up 0.28 of a point, and the Aussie dollar is currently around the 76.22 level. Okay, looking at the ASX 200 30-minute chart, we had that trend up that we've been following has broken. We had before that we had to push through that 5500. We had just that wash out of that level, took out a few long positions, washed them out, and then rolled over from there. And we did break that level overnight, but we did find support at 54.52. It will be interesting to see. We are in oversold territory there, so it'd be interesting to see if that can hold up, or whether we just get a bit more contractions as some weakness enters the market. We've got a few scenarios marked up there. Don't particularly think this green one is that push up off the 54-52 level will play out. I expect more of probably a bit of a bounce, and then further weakness enter on a lower high and push through that 54-52, potentially just contract a bit on the longer term time frame before finding a major high or low. Anyway, we'll see how that plays out today and the next few days. Looking at the Aussie dollar 1 hour chart here, we can see that trend up has broken that move high from 74.45 up to 7700. Now, we did say that was going to be a big effort to get through that zone there, and we did get that wash out of the 7700, and then we come down, hit support, washed that also washed out some short sellers at 7604. It did bounce off that level. But what we've done is really made a major lower high there at 76.90 zone thereabouts, and made that on the hourly chart a lower high to around 76.72, 75, and sold off through the session overnight. Now, we are in oversold territory, but there's no reason why that can't easily push through 76.04. We do expect further selling to come in there. That's major technically. That looks very weak. If that 76.04 can hold, we expect a bit more consolidation, probably another retest, a bit of a washout before we see some higher lows come into the market. But really, we expect that major trend up from the 74.45. We expect a bit more pressure to come in, a bit more selling, but we'll see how that plays out tonight. Okay, looking at spot gold here, that was belted overnight, down over $40. We can see that's more than anything on technical selling. Now, the last day or two, we broke that uptrend there, and we were heading down towards 1305, where a lot of sellers are just coming to the market, and I'd say a lot of stops were triggered, and a lot of late long positions were squeezed out of the market. We've got major resistance at 1375, and that has been, you can see that contractive action there. We were looking for that to potentially hold up, but it just couldn't the last few days, and has obviously last night got belted with a rising US dollar. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart, or the hourly chart. We can see here on the hourly chart, that's the same price action, the same level, 1305. So we've got that wedge type pattern. Broke the last few sessions, and it's just been hovering around just above that 1305. But really, once that was broken, the sellers were stepping into the market and just easing out of positions, maybe easing out of long positions. And then we got that belting last night, that really big technical breakdown on the daily charts, which brought in some heavy selling, and we're right down to that 1260-70 zone here. Wouldn't touch it at the moment. There's nothing technically that says that can't keep going. And there's nothing to say to buy that market at the moment, apart from being well oversold, but that could easily continue staying in well oversold territory as more sellers come in and just push that prices lower down towards 1260, 1250. We'll have to see how that plays out in the next few days. Anyway, that's it for today, and we'll speak again tomorrow.